good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to another episode of today Insightful Solution plus Reliable Life. Today we have some few guests that will be joining us on today's program. And before we come in with the guests, please sit back as we go for this little commercial. And when we come back, the guests will be joining us. Thank you.
In the invasion, they're not stopping in their attempt to conquer us by the invasion. They also have another plan B. We talked about plan A, plan B, and plan C, in which the election is plan C. The election is playing two roles: to keep the South and Middle Belt busy, talking about who will govern, whereas the invasion is continuing.
Thank you so much, viewers, for staying tuned. And this time, my zone morning time here in Canada, Ontario. I have two guests in the studio today. And please, can you kindly introduce yourself for our guests to understand that we have a guest in the house, and we'll be talking about a general topic on what is trending in Nigeria and what is the insightful solution that will lead to a better, reliable life concerning our people, Nigeria. Please, guests, can you kindly introduce yourself, please?
I talking.
Yes, can you introduce yourself,
You
please,
mean?
so our viewers will know who they are?
Yeah, my name is Barista Ezel. Actually, also an activist. I'm an engineer by profession too. I do business in Nigeria actually.
Thank you.
And I based in
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please, the other guests, please kindly introduce yourself. I know we've met a couple of times. I've interviewed you on this platform. You are a regular person on this platform. You're not new. It's no other person than Mr. Magnus Uraka. Sir, please, you're welcome to the show this morning. Please,
Thank you very,
I want
thank you
you,
very
Mr.
much.
Uraka. Yeah, I want you, please, Mr. Oraka, to kindly give us your overview regarding the whole thing trending in Nigeria, and what is your take regarding the upcoming 2023 presidential election, because it is a particular crossroad for Nigeria, particularly because if we fail to handle the basis of what is going to turn around the situation of Nigeria at this particular time, I think we'll be missing it for another decade or for another century. Whoever never knows what is going to happen. So kindly give us your take and what you will be advising the general public on the step on what they are to trend on.
Okay, thank you very much. First and foremost, I'm very happy with the way you presented the issue. It clearly shows that you, the viewer, even you, the host, you already have a preconceived idea of what the problems are, but you just want to hear it from another person's mouth. And I'm going to do you the honor of complimenting your thoughts.
Thank you so much, sir.
You see, yeah, let me tell you without mincing words. Nigeria was a country hurriedly prepared. And it was prepared without a consideration of the peculiarities of the divergent cultures, divergent opinions, divergent peculiarities that are associated with the people that occupied what we today refer to as Nigeria, right? Okay. We have the people of the south that are closer to the ocean, and we have the people of the north that are closer to the desert. Now, we do understand that environment shapes the way we behave, and the way we behave eventually turns to the culture that we adopt. So the people of the desert, because they are closer to the desert, you behave the way they are behaving. And the people closer to the sea behave the way that they are behaving. You can't expect the person living in desert to prepare a soup from banga. I'm sure. Okay, I hope everybody knows what banga. Banga is palm kernel. So you cannot prepare a soup. People of the north cannot have a regular delicacy of soup that is called banga, because in the north, banga does not grow there. So also the people of the South cannot prepare a soup as me and kuka, because kuka, it's a plant that grows in the desert that doesn't require too much water to grow. So environment shapes our culture. And all these things that I'm trying to say, those who force us together as one knew exactly this problem, but because everything or every policies or every decisions they have made concerning Nigeria was for their own purpose. Now, let us fast forward to present day. Because of Nigeria was hurriedly handed over to Nigerians, a group of people now feel or interpret the way Nigeria was left to mean that Nigeria belongs to them. And every other ethnicities, every other tribe, or every other people, irrespective of what religion you practice, irrespective of which side of the regional divide Nigeria is, are under them. And they have tried to send that message to the rest of Nigerians. By the way, Nigerians have over 375 ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. One ethnic nationality believes that God has ordained to them that the rest, over 370 tribes, must fashion the way they think, their expectations, and how they want to live in Nigeria to be under the dictates of their whims and caprices. That was amplified and accentuated by the Buhari administration. Over the years that Nigeria has experienced, the 7 years of Buhari administration, it has always been an attempt to tell Nigerians that Islam is the superior religion in Nigeria. And it's also an attempt to tell Nigeria that Fulani is the superior tribe in Nigeria. Even those who collaborate to bring this Buhari in the Yoruba nations are only beginning to contemplate the evil deed of this tribe, because they too, who had over years thought that Nigeria belongs to a tag team in wrestling. There's what they call it, tag team in wrestling, where people fight. And if I'm in a terrible position, I go and meet my tag team, he comes in and bails me out. So the Yoruba nation have believed that they are a tag team with the North, and they have always believed that power will be rotated between the North and them. When North will give to them, will give to them. So it's only now that because the atrocities of the North is now also befalling them, that they too are now beginning that, well, they too are now beginning to feel the pains of those that have been suffering this pain long before this realization came to the Southwest. So when Yar'Adua died and Goodluck Jonathan took over, it was like a break in the ultimate northern agenda that power must always remain in the North. But God, in his divine wisdom, decided that the South should taste power. Unfortunately, Goodluck Jonathan had to come into the power because of the conception the North had about Goodluck Jonathan being a weakling. Because anytime the Northerner want to choose a Southerner, he will always choose somebody he perceives to be a weakling. An example is in Atiku, who picked an Okowa instead of Wike. A Northerner will never pick somebody he feels he can't control. Nigerian political system is all about control. At least I know that about the Northern. It's about control.
I think we've lost him there because of signal. And I will be giving you the opportunity to speak, Mr. Eze, before we get Mr. Magnus Uraka back on the platform. I think there is a network problem. Mr. Eze, please, can you give us an overview on your own perspective regarding what is trending and what you think is the reliable life solution for Nigerians?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity to also help you understand the way things are. I am a resident here. Nigeria is a country, not a a business empire of a particular country. People. Nigeria was bought by United Kingdom around 1880 something, and the name is Royal Niger Company, and they look for the easiest people that they can use to withhold this particular empire that will be in control, and they look for the Fulanis whom they feel they are minority, and they can use them. They are not as intelligent as the South, and they brought them in, and things started from there, and that is when this we are born to rule started. And since then it has been so. I grew up as a man in Nigeria to know that we have never been the same. We can never be the same because of culture, religion, and ethnicity. We have diverse way of doing things, as the first speaker has said. Two, the Fulanis, those that they handed over power to, now enslaving the rest of the country, making sure that they hate everyone to their needs. Their needs are on our neck 24 hours to accept whatever they say, whatever they do, and make sure that we do whatever they say. And that is the problem. And in this 21st century, we have grown up to say, no, we can't continue this way. And things have been like this. Now, you take this down to as the first speaker spoke, he talked about Jonathan. When Jonathan died, Jonathan was supposed to take over, and the of this law born to rule, the outside said no. I'm not even outside because that's people, very good set of human beings. My father told me when outside man told you, so if when they now want to make it open or public,
Mr. Eze,
so that power will still
they will still
depend.
Hello, Mr. Eze. Hello, Mr. Eze. I don't know if you can hear me. Hello, Mr. Eze. Can you hear me, Mr. Eze?
And she said that they should hand over power to Jonathan. That was her cause death. You talk of the constitution. Nigeria don't have constitution. Why I say so? I practice. constitution or whatever thing they call it in this country should be people oriented, not written documentations. It should be people oriented. Because as he was saying, in a country like this, we have diverse ethnicity, diverse culture, and all the rest of them. We are from different places, have different ways of doing things. Because in my own area, we have unique culture that binds us together. So also from the Yorubas, from the riverine side of the nation, they have a specific things that make them different from other people. Then now, for you to make things work out in the country, you have to call their attention. They have to, they will sit up and bring out their own, what is it called? Bring out their opinion, things that will favor them, that will make, that will bring in congruence their culture. We are forced into it. The constitution is not working. That is why the politicians flaw it at any time, any day, any time. They cut each other and they tell us go to hell. Now coming to the political outfit.
Yeah, Mr. Eze.
The police.
Yeah, Mr. Eze,
they
can
never
you please hear
had
me?
common people.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Eze? Hello.
All of them, look at their history from their childhood, from the day they were born to now. You see, it's evil.
Hello,
From
Mr. Eze.
All the politicians.
Hello. Can
Just
you hear me, Mr. Eze? Can you wait a minute, Mr. Eze? Can you give me a minute? Can you give me a minute, please? Mr. Eze, you can hear me?
It took them time to go and dig out Obama's history. And the only thing they could find was that the father left the mom, and that's all. And his certificate saga, and which the man came up and spoke and cleared the air. Now in Nigeria, all of them are they attend with one corruption killing. The people who are they are all murderers, criminals. They come, you can
Hello, Mr.
only
Eze.
come into power when you find that you have kids for them, you have murdered many for them, you have also have some go and collect ballot and all the rest of them. Then they can tell you, okay, come. As they are going out, they hand over power. That is power from one criminal to another, from one looter to another. That is all. I want to tell you, I do go to
Mr. Eze, can you give me a minute,
places
please?
to look for one or two.
Can you give me a minute,
Do
please,
you know
Mr.
that
Eze?
you cannot do contact?
Hello, Mrs. Anatu. Can you hear me, Miss Anatu?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, please. I will be giving you opportunity also to make your own contribution to tell us really what is your take regarding today's topic. This is EIE enough is enough insightful solution plus a reliable life, because I will be ensuring that there is enough time for everybody to talk around, because if one person holds the stage, that means another person will not have the privilege to talk. Okay, so can you give us your own opinion regarding today's program? What do you think Nigeria needs, and what do you think is the way forward for us to get a better nation without going left and right? Thank you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Thank you very much for the time. Concerning the issue of the problem we are facing in this country, as we are now, I think that a lot of people in Nigeria, let me just tell you, like,
yeah, I can hear you. The viewers are listening.
Okay. The situation around, let me just use the north where I am as a point of contact to my adding to the topic. It's like the things happening in the north here. A lot of people are not learners. Like serious, no, a lot of people don't even know how to communicate with one another. We are lacking communication. That's why those politicians are taking our lack of communication to each other, a good avenue of communication to one another, and they are using it for their own age. When you look at the whole thing, they think that is happening. It's not like everybody like it the way it is. It's like we don't know how to change it. That's the situation of this country. The masses around the country, you began to know some people, a lot of people are just in the class, the middle class. They operate in the middle class. But me, as my field of work, I'm a farmer. I do go to farm. I do agriculture based, maybe technical and locally. That's what I do. So I do have good relationship with the farmers and the people in the community, the poor, the middle, the masses. Let me just use the word masses. I do have direct contact with them. Sometimes if I want to explain something for them, I will get to understand. The reason why they stick to where they are is not that they stick because they like it. It's like they don't know the next thing to do. So I think we that are trying to put things together in this platform, because this platform is made to bring our head together and look for a way forward out of the situation of this country. So I think maybe we need an avenue of awareness. We have to sacrifice our time and everything. We have to put our heads to that. It's not all about coming live on media like this and all that, and not having any concrete move to go. You understand? A lot of people have been talking, and it's Nigerians. Let me just say, out of 100% of Nigeria, it's only 20 or 30% that can be on social media like this. For a program like this one that will take a lot of data, like some people will not be having the data to be watching such a thing and getting the output of it. But what if we are putting our together to come out with a fruitful output of the situation? Why not we arrange ourselves, think of a way forward, and how to enlighten those masses around? It's not that they are supporting the politician, but like somebody was telling me, and to stop all these things you're doing. If I stop it, what do you want me to do? You understand? So it's like telling them not to vote for this person, then vote for who? You understand? Like them not to do this thing and do what? You don't tell somebody to stop doing something when you do not give him something to do. So they are only mad the situation just because they don't have anything to do, and because they don't have awareness. As the citizens of this country, they are the ones that have power to elect somebody to go and work for them. You understand? They think that the leadership of this country is appointed by people who were to appoint. They have already arranged people that are supposed to appoint. That's why if this person is the person, people go for him. You just hear Northerners where they will be saying, just shouting for nothing. This person is not going to get anything. They will say this person is not going to get. Is that really what they mean, or is that their understanding? So
I think they're having technical issues. And please, Mr. Oraka, please kindly continue before you were being cut off by some technical difficulties. Please kindly give us your own better opinion, because from your side, I could get good projection, and let our viewers be educated from your own view and perception of what is happening around Nigeria, sir.
Yeah, first of all, is my voice cracking the way every other
your voice is, that's what I said. Your voice is projecting properly, and I don't know why I'm getting those technical challenges from their end. I think it might be a network problem, But however it is, I think they're going to rectify it and come back on this program.
Because the other guy, I could barely hear a thing he said. I'm telling you.
The same here. I think he has a technical network problem. Please, sir,
Okay.
kindly continue
The reason why you had it, somebody was trying to call me. It wasn't network issue. Now,
okay.
I said, yeah, I was trying to a preamble to present realities. When they left Nigeria, in a state where one certain tribe believed. Hello?
Yeah, continue, sir. I've muted her.
Okay, now they left Nigeria at a point where one certain tribe believed that Nigeria was left in their care, and they started playing the masters of the court. And as bizarre as it is, in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 80s, we all played nonchalance. As a matter of fact, right from the point that the colonial master left, at that very point, these people have always believed that Nigeria belongs to them. But in the 60s and in the 70s and in the 80s, it was not amplified, it was not pronounced. So the rest of us actually challenged because technology was not there. We didn't have Facebook, we didn't have social media, we didn't have advancement in knowledge then. So we left it loose. But because of the political system they have had long before the South had, they thought we were stupid. Now, some of those people who were protagonists of that period, such like Buhari, who now became old, felt the order, in quote, was changing as a result of the death of Yar'Adua and Jonathan coming in. So some of them felt that the power that the North has enjoyed from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s and in the 2000s was beginning to derail as a result of Obasanjo coming in, Jonathan coming in. There was a need to bring it back, the old order. And that was what was driving Buhari. That was the essence that was really driving Buhari to return Nigeria back to the aura that suggests the North owns Nigeria. Which was why when Buhari came in, he started taking out Christians and giving Muslims and his Fulani urchins preferable positions in Nigeria. Now, to you who is in the South, you say Buhari has failed. To a core Northerner, Buhari has performed exceedingly well, because irrespective of the fact that our Naira is depreciating every day, that is bullshit, that is nonsense to the Northerner. Irrespective of the fact that fuel has jumped from 84 Naira to 200, 180, 200 Naira, that doesn't matter to the Northerner. Irrespective of the fact that a kilo of meat has jumped from 300 to 2,000 Naira or 2,000 more, that doesn't matter, because the North practices a feudalistic system. A feudalistic, they believe that God has molded them to be that way, and a few to become elite. And whatever the elite tells them, the poor, the teller, there's even a name that they call themselves. And trust me, they probably refer to themselves like that. They say they are talakawas. Talakawa is a poor man. So they like it that way. But we from the South, we operate a system where everybody is believed to have an opportunity to become the president, an opportunity to become anything you want. But there are people in the North who believe that God didn't make them to become governor. God didn't make them to become anything. God made them to become shoe shiners, mobile pedicures, orange hawkers, tiger nut hawkers. And as bizarre as it may seem, it's true, and it exists in the North. So that is what is driving this thing. Now, in 2015, we were faced with a choice between the devil and the DLC, when we had a Fulani contesting against Fulani, we didn't want to be faced with the choice of a supposedly radical Fulani and a liberal Fulani. Atiku got his vote on the basis of conviction that he believes in liberality. And Buhari got his vote on the basis that some part of the countries are religiously radical. So Buhari got his vote on the basis of religious radicalism, and Atiku got his vote on the basis of liberalism. But eventually, radicalism won rationalism. At least that was what we thought. So fast forward to 2000 present realities. We also would have been faced with choosing between the devil and blue sea again, because a Tinubu that is coming is only coming to replace another devil, whereas the blue sea still remains. And what would have happened if we didn't have a Peter Obi was to also again choose the devil and the deep blue sea. Thank God for some inexplicable divine reasons, somebody now chose to leave the system. I felt, why did this guy make this decision? This guy has killed his political career. I never knew I was in a human mode, and the divine mode was very far away from me. But 2 weeks, I connected the divinity of his movement. I now realize that God needed to choose. God needed Nigerians between the good, the bad, and the ugly. And quite frankly, the bad is Atiku, the ugly is Tinubu, and the good is Peter Obi. So the reason why you see the wave, because no matter how evil tries to triumph, good will always win at the end of the day. So what is actually propelling Nigerians to not choose is because there's a choice now. There's a complete choice for Nigerians to make. Nigerians now have a choice to make between the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, who no like good thing? So what is happening is that people have decided that Peter Obi is the good one. And for what it is worth, every time the other mouth, they further strengthen the conviction that Peter Obi is indeed the better choices. Take, for instance, where somebody who has been in the corridors of politics for as long as way back as 1999. 1999 to now is 33 years. Still saying, after 33 years, still saying that 90% of Northerners do not have access to social media. Can you imagine what that means? While that one is as bizarre as it is, somebody is saying that recruit 50 million youths. What they will eat? Agbado in the morning, yam in the afternoon. You take away from the recruitment source. Can you believe that somebody in the 21st century is telling Nigerians not to bother about the exchange rate between Naira and the dollar because their salaries will be paid in Naira? You can imagine why Africa has been this backward. Because we are choosing leaders who are not wired to be connected to present day realities. Choosing leaders in 2022, but the mindset of 1980. We are choosing leaders who are rather mischievous to exploit the religious naivety, ethnic naivety, to exploit them to vote them into power. How do you expect in Nigeria, whereby people who obviously and openly bought their way with the money they stole from the people, using that same money they stole to renew their leadership opportunities from the same people they robbed dry, and asking them to vote them again? It has come to a point where they're not even hiding it? Why would they not say that they shouldn't bother about the exchange rate between naira and dollars? After all, it is the poor man that uses the naira. It is the rich man that uses the dollar. So dollar usage is not exclusive for the elite, whereas we, the poor masses, can die and be chopping our mascara, we'll be eating our cassava and agbado in naira, whereas they fly their children out in dollars. So this as for example, way back from the colonial era to present realities. And in conclusion, because of the years of exposure to these atrocities of these politicians who have over the years exploited our naivety, exploited our insensitivity and nonchalance to their frivolities, they are actually believing that they can also sell us the same crap again. But they fail to recognize one fact, that the choice since 1999, the choice is no longer between the devil and the deep blue sea. A third force have come in. Nigerians now have a third reprieve that they can actually choose from. And that is why they are confused. They don't know why would somebody who have no structure, why would somebody who just left and went to a party that is relatively unknown, what Labour Party got in the last election was not up to 50,000 naira in the total presidential race. And all of them, APC will come, they are not criticizing PDP. PDP will come, they are not criticizing APC. It is a party that couldn't get 100,000, a party that couldn't get 50,000, that suddenly everybody's attacking. And as foolish as they are, you know that the more you give credit or attention to somebody, the more you are telling Nigerians that, oh, their choice for choosing this man is actually correct. Because eventually, when you open up to speak, the masses are disappointed. When the other man speaks, the masses are encouraged. This other man is not attacking you, but you are attacking him. When you talk about, when you try to say something that should point to the future and expectation of the masses, you are talking about all those in Labour Party will labor to death. How can an elderly man that is over 80 be about wishing death to a son of Nigerian people just because of the choices they made? Can you not differentiate that with a that on 95% and disregard the 5% who didn't vote for him? So I strongly think that a Tinubu is a Yoruba version of a Fulani version in Buhari. Atiku, on the other hand, is a calculated evil genius who wants to take Nigeria for a ride and recoup the dollars that he has been spending for all the election he has been undergoing for the years. Do you know how much every time this man comes for an election, he has excess dollars to spend? What will it take Nigerians to ask a simple question? Where is this man getting the dollars from? Certainly, his university in Yola, Aptip University, cannot produce the kind of dollars that you have in every election, that you are always having dollars to buy votes. It shows that what he stole way back in 1999 is sufficient enough to last him a lifetime. That is why in every election, he's always available to have the same dollars to buy people. I'm sure if an election takes place tomorrow again, he's still going to have the dollars to roll out. So we are asking Nigerians. It's not about blackmailing Atiku. It's not about blackmailing Tinubu. Or it's not about trying to make good atmosphere for Atiku. It's about seeing what they have. They've all spoken. As a matter of fact, if I ask the debate, if there's going to be any debate, there's no need for any debate, because they have said whatever they're going to say. Atiku went to Arise TV and he spoke what he had to say, and he even said that he's not happy because Peter Obi did not take. These are remnants of the people way back in 1960 who believed that the colonial system has left Nigeria in their care, and the rest of us, for us to get any political relevance, we must seek that possibility of political relevance from them. can see a Tinubu represents that part of Nigeria who believe that because you have a pact, an understanding, or an MOU with the North, you are suddenly a cabal. Unfortunately, what you don't know, the Northern cabal, the only people they know, the only people they believe, the only people they work for is themselves and the interest of the North. We are only pawns. Ask Amici, ask Festus Keyamo, ask Osibanjo, which is the latest pawn. We are just pawns. They use Osibanjo to get the vote of the Christians. Ask me, how have Christian faiths be ever since Osibanjo came in? The interests of the Christians have been worst off. But the Christians voted Osibanjo, believing that Osibanjo was going to protect their interests. Today, kidnappings, church bombing, every atrocious act meted against Christians has become worse than it was before. So the truth is that this is not about debating who is good, who is bad. This is about debating what is real. I tell you in my final conclusion that if Peter Obi had been a Muslim and a Fulani man with the content he has, I will vote Peter Obi straight away as a Fulani man. If Peter Obi had been a Yoruba man with the content and proclivity that he has, I will vote Peter Obi right away. So this is not about him being an Igbo man. This is about Peter Obi with the content that he has to offer Nigeria, and with what everybody has been waiting for to speak, because we've heard a lot of agbado and cassava and yam from Tinubu. We have heard from Peter Obi, and everybody was waiting for Atiku. And when eventually he spoke, he was talking about Northerners that are okay not to be civilized. Northerners, 90% of Northerners who are Nigerian, no room of. So we have heard all of them speak. And I think, quite frankly, based on the contents of what these three characters have, or what these three actors have, I think Peter Obi stands out. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And we have another guest who is from the North. And I strongly believe this guest we're talking about, Anatu, is from the North, and his own candidate is Atiku. You know, we are in a nation whereby individuals has their own capacity. It is how will I say it? It is their democratic civil right to determine who they think can move the nation forward. So I will be giving Hannah to the opportunity to speak and tell us, because you have just narrated something very insightful, something very educative, something very knowledgeable for anybody that is watching this program to understand the basis why you are where you are, where your stand is now. And I'll be giving Anna to the opportunity also to tell our viewers why she believes her stand and why she thinks Atiku is the better candidate, before I will come back and throw something very meaningful to all about this election, and something I think, on my own opinion, every Nigerian should be clamoring for. Please, Ms. Anatu, can you kindly give us your own opinion?
Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity to allow me to talk this here. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And when it comes to my own aspect of candidate Atiku Abubakar as the president of Nigeria, I have to say about Atiku Abubakar, because you just say I grew up close to where he is. My father is a custom officer. He worked with Atiku, and I know how he does his thing a little, not that much, because of just growing up. So the man is just the kind of person we need, because he is just different from how you see the Northerners think. Atiku doesn't think the way the Northerners think. Like, serious. When he was elected the governor of Adamawa State in 1999, and also Obasanjo vice presidency, he left the seat for Boni Haruna, which Boni Haruna is a but he left the seat in the hands of Boni Haruna. So when it comes to religion crisis between to elect and who to do that, Muslims are the one that this and that. Yes, that one I cannot just say he is not included, but I say his action has proved that he is not included. So my own reason is that the guy is an entrepreneur. One good leadership is required the person of entrepreneur. I'm not saying that others are not entrepreneur. Like Obi, I was so happy when Obi was a matching mate to Atiku 2015. That was what even made me that 2019. That was what even allowed me to come out on Syria, because I was thinking that Nigeria need to know that they have the best candidates joined together to move this country forward. So Atiku has done a lot of things, and it's not something that maybe you need to town cry other people, telling people that this and that and this and that. But I know of the things that Atiku Abubakar has done that is a little good to show something about. You understand? A lot of people are talking about his capitalism system or whatever he is doing. Me, I don't know much about that, but I can say a lot about him because I can see how he teach his children, which percent of our politician children, I'm not in them. Atiku Abubakar has put his children in all his businesses within the country, not outside the country. You understand? Not outside the country. In fact, some of his students, his children school around with us in schools. You understand? Instead of all those politicians get a little thing, they take their passport. But he always come down, like serious. It was from 2019 to this, and the Atiku did not frequent like Adamawa as used to. I don't know what makes him to feel like that, or the age is coming that he don't want too much around or whatever. I don't know. But Atiku has never stopped coming. Whether you vote him or they didn't him, he keeps sending a lot of people have become employed because of. In fact, even the government and Atiku, I don't know who is employer of labor in that. You understand? So me supporting him, as you just say, that is an individual thing, like serious. Somebody may have his own view on supporting him, and the other person will be like that and this and this. Me, my reason for supporting Atiku is a clear entrepreneur. And I used to say it if I come out live on social media, on other platforms or whatever. I used to tell people that my reason for liking him is like he has put in his family in place. Like when the President Buhari assumed power, we just spent 2 years. We had that he was driving a power bike in town and he had an accident that fly him abroad. You understand? Is that like Zara? She's always on social media to insult one another, showing their marriage on social media, how they spend money and all that and all that. Atiku has been marrying his children out. You will not be seeing it on social media like that. He has been abroad and all. Find them coming out because they know the kind of father. So anybody cannot control his family. He cannot control anything. The truth of the matter, a man is meant to control who are. No matter how many wives you have and how many children, you are not control. You are on your control. You are not. So that's why I keep supporting Atiku, because not because we state, not because okay, he's another man like me and all that and all that. Some people will think like that. No, I have been supporting even before now. Even before now. So we need to be enlightening ourselves on other things. Like Peter Obi, I don't know much about him. I don't know about him. It was after they announcing him, then they start advertising Peter Obi on social media. That's when we know. But me, a little I know is that he has the and he know how to apply it. You understand? And I used to balance him as Atiku running mate because I know Atiku has a way of doing his things that Peter Obi can balance it for him. You understand? But in this country, the seat of a vice president, I don't really want to say something about it because that office has never been functioning. The only time that office was the time of Goodluck Jonathan when Yar'Adua was abroad on that was the only time the seat of the vice president was working in this country. I've never been seeing it working. So you understand? So that's why I keep supporting Atiku Abubakar. Me, I keep supporting him. You understand? That will not stop changing. You know, when I get to the point where I need to change, I can change. So I want all the viewers to understand that we need to develop relationship. Bless him too again. We need to develop our relationship between us and the person we want to vote. When they were talking about that Tinubu thing, I was like, why would somebody come out and talking about Ebado, corn, cassava, as this my brother was saying here? In this modern age, you are talking of food to give your armies to eat. You are not talking of how to empower to become useful, they become fruitful, how they will be enjoying life. You are planning of the food you will give them. If you give them Ebado and cassava to eat in the battlefield, will you give them to give their family? Or you don't want to marry and have children again? Okay, let them join Nigeria army and follow you and go and eat Ebado. What would they give their family, children, school fees and nothing? Okay, let them cancel marriage and family hold and end into army 50 million Nigeria. I was just watching that thing and some people were in the background. I was not saying sorry to Tinubu that was saying it. I was saying sorry for people that were clapping. You need to clap for that kind of information.
Thank you.
So I
thank you so
think
much.
it's very simple.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Ms. Anatu. Let's quickly take, it's like Mr. Magnus has something to say regarding what you've said. And Mr. Eze, if you're hearing me, please be patient with us and let's quickly hear, because it is good when you have something to say, we quickly hear it from you before you forgot. Let's hear from Mr. Magnus what he's trying to correct or try to add to what Mrs. Anatu said.
Yeah, thank you very much. First and foremost, I am 56 years old. I was born in 1966. At least in my own small way, I've seen a very good portion of life and a very good portion of Nigeria. I've been to all the states in Nigeria except Sokoto and Zamfara. Those are the only two states I've not been. I was going to come out gun blazing to Hannatu, but when she said she doesn't know the person of Peter Obi, then I said, let me put my gun back in its holster, not start shooting. Now, Ms. Hannatu belongs to that population that suffers from that injurious cognitive dissonance. The cabal have held on to the Christians or middle belts in Nigeria. Now, Ms. Hannatu knows that if today her own brother of the same religious extraction and of the same regional extraction comes out, I can bet you 100%. And okay, let me take it again. Hannatu knows that if her own brother of the same religious extraction, of the same regional extraction, comes out for presidency, and somebody else comes out from Kano, who is of the same religious and ethnic extraction of Atiku, his son will not even think of Hannatu's own person. He will think of that one. But see, these are people locked in mental, I don't use delusion / she doesn't think I'm attacking her negatively. But there's this mental, I don't want to use slavery again, so she doesn't get offended. But there's this mental, hey, what's the word? God, give me a word. There's this mental enclave or encirclement that suggests that the way we take them is the way they take us, but it's not true. She knows it's not true. Now, this is your mentor that came on national television and said that 90% of Northerners are not on social media, which means Mrs. Hannatu is among the 10%. So we are lucky. I was going to commend you for searching so deeply within the 10% of Northerners to bring Ms. Hannatu to come to this social media. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had anybody to come to social media and speak. Which means a person and caliber of Atiku could be so bold enough to say on national TV that being in politics for over 30 years, they have not made any effort to bring civilization people. And this is the same person that somebody who is fortunate to be among the 10% to have access to social media is telling us to bring back again. That is unforgivable, and cannot be pardonable at all. This is a candidate that Mrs. Hannatu cannot deny the fact that he was on Eagle Square and used the power of money to get himself into power. He used the power of money in 1999, 2002. In every, this man has been contesting. He has been contesting, and every time he comes, he gets enough dollars to buy himself into power. Where is he getting these dollars? As a retired custom officer, what business did he do after retiring from custom? These are examples of why Nigerians are living in penury today, because they stole our future, the future that we are now in today. Mrs. Hannatu could be a small child when they stole her future today. And these people, see, the reason why I was going to bring my gun out, gun blazing, was the fact that everything Mrs. Hannatu said was about the personal life of Aku. Yes, he had his children, his life. You didn't say anything about him. You did anything that involved his national issues. When he was vice president, he never allowed us Obasanjo to work. He was constantly attacking us, constantly dealing Obasanjo with whatever policies made. He was never humble to Obasanjo. He didn't accept his position as second in command. He wanted to even command Osimanjo, because every Northern believes that every Southerner must work under them. Atiku never believed that he was under Obasanjo. He wanted to be boss to Obasanjo, even though he was employed as second to Obasanjo, to control Obasanjo. So there is nothing whatsoever, nothing absolutely whatsoever about Atiku that warrants him to even contempt. And besides, look at his age. This was somebody whose video went viral. He was climbing in Jeep, and we're helping him to put seatbelt. Don't seatbelt to put. You know, if he carry seatbelt, put. They have to help him. Eh? So we believe that the time we have tolerated this old man is enough. At least, let us we need fresh air. This old man should go. We need fresh air. They should go. They should go. You don't know Peter Obi. That's the only reason why I did. The way I would have attacked you would have been more blood than the, but because you said you don't know Peter Obi. Only a madman will listen to Peter Obi and say that, Kai, this is not the man we want. Only a madman or a madwoman. After hearing Peter Obi, you still say you want to vote Tinubu or Atiku. You must, only a mad and the same person. I rest my case.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raka. Before we go to Mr. Eze, can we'll quickly go on a short commercial, and when we come back from this commercial, I will give Mr. Eze opportunity, and I hope we'll get a better sound from you, Mr. Eze. After this short commercial, I will give you opportunity, Mr. Eze, to hear your own opinion, because we've heard from Mr. Raka, we've heard from Mrs. Hannatu, and we're yet to hear from you, Mr. Eze. After this short commercial, we'll be hearing from you. Stay tuned, viewers.
I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners. In actual fact, what it is a northerner post. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself and come there.
Thank you so much, viewers. Thank you so much. This is Insightful Solution Plus Reliable Life, and I'm your presenter for this program, and my name remains Donald Obaidu. So we'll be calling on giving opportunity to Mr. Eze to hear his own opinion regarding this whole topic for today. Mr. Eze, the floor is yours, please. Can you hear me, Mr. Eze?
Hello.
Yeah. Please, you can speak. The viewers are waiting for you. Can you speak, Mr. Eze? Hello? Can you hear me, Mr. Eze? Okay, I think we are having some challenges. Mr. Eze, can you speak, please?
Hello.
We can't continue with Mr. Eze's mic at all. Mr. and Mrs. mic is making the show very dull.
Okay, I think we're having some challenges with Mr. Eze. And please, I would like to want to quickly say something. Miss Anatu, I don't know if you're still, okay, Miss Anatu is here. We all are talking, this is my own opinion. We're talking about, you talking about Peter Obi. Peter Obi has good reputation, good qualification, good standard, good sense of human, good everything you want to name it. Just give it to Mr. Obi as we can think. But in the other end, we fail to understand that the presidency is not the only decision making of the government. What I mean in the sense is this. Mr. Eze, I will give you opportunity to speak. What I mean, what I'm trying to say is this.
Hello.
How many people right now in the political party of Mr. Peter Obi are contesting for the House of Senate and the House of Rep? Because I could still remember Mr. Obi was being interviewed on a particular time where he said he was impeached when he was a state governor in Anambra State. And such a thing, we all know what happened to, what's his name? Donald Trump in America. It was almost impeached from the House. Who did that? It was the House of Senate and the House of Rep, the Congress. So what I'm saying is this. How is he going to tackle the insecurity problem? Because we know too well that the Boko Haram are going to be on his throat. They're going to be a thorn on his flesh. Because we all know the problem Nigeria is facing. We are facing insecurity in one hand, and we're facing another challenge of bad leadership in the other hand. To my own conclusion, I believe, and I will still state it for the general public, if you're viewers, if you're hearing me today, my own opinion is that the problem of Nigeria is the constitution of Nigeria. When Nigeria constitution is being brought together again, because the union agreement was failed in 1966 to 1967. I believe that the union agreement, which is the MOU, which is the memorandum of understanding between this whole region, from the south, from the east, from the north, then we need to come back and reestablish the union of this country. If not, anybody that goes there is going there in vain. It's not going to do anything. Because we all know what happened in 2015, where everybody was saying, say Baba, say Buhari. It was like a national item. That is why I'm not in thrill with this obedient and whatever, because we've seen many like this and nothing happens. So what I'm saying is this, my own opinion, and I will advise anybody that is listening to me that the constitution, like Babalola came out, Dele Farotimi came out, even Wole Soyinka, they've all came out and said the problem of Nigeria is not leadership, it's the constitution of the country. So I'll be giving Mr. Eze an opportunity to hear his own view on what is at stake regarding on how we can move Nigeria forward. Mr. Eze, the floor is yours. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please speak up.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you speak up, please? I can hear you. Can you hear me, Mr. Eze? If you can hear me, please, can you speak? Can you speak, Mr. Eze? Can you speak, Mr. Eze, please? Yeah, can you speak, please? Okay, please. Can you speak, please?
Yes, okay.
I think Mr. Eze is having technical issue. Please, Mr. Oraka, I will also want to give you the opportunity, because we'll be calling this program a wrap because enough time has been spent already. And when we get back on the show, we're gonna, when you finish talking, we're gonna be giving Miss Anatu an opportunity, or I would rather believe we should give Miss Anatu an opportunity to speak, because you answered our question, and I think we should give her an opportunity to speak regarding what you said regarding concerning Mr. Atiku. And Ms. Anatu, what do you have to say regarding what Mr. Raka said?
Assumed that he know everywhere. He has grown up, he went to a university, he's an adult and all that. I am 42 years old. I'm not like I'm a child, because some people used to mistake my age because of my parents or whatever. I don't know. I am 42 years old. In another country, I can be a president of, and even in Nigeria, there have been presidents that did not get to my age. When they do, they meet the president. They were not even up to my age. I don't have an age problem. And what this man was saying, that he was trying to generalize the northern, and all of the northerners don't have good analysis, or they are their personality because of one that. I want to say no to that. Please, this man just do his own analysis. I'm sorry to say, he say he doesn't know the words to use, he don't want to hurt me or whatever. Apart from it, I don't get hurt. Me, I'm the kind of person that nothing hurts me. I'm just that kind of person, nothing hurts me. So I just want to let him get understanding that just the way he's saying, Obi, that's how they say a lot of things. When you were talking, director, you say something that really I want him to get to understand. It's not all about coming out to say about somebody. When he's talking about Atiku hijacking, the hijacking. We know in the Constitution of Nigeria, the vice president don't have any time, any rule to play, unless the president to do. And Obasanjo and Atiku were doing their things. There was no shouting until when the third tenure of Obasanjo came that they want Constitution for 3 times, having problem with Atiku. You understand? So when this man was, or Atiku was there giving money, where is Atiku getting his money? When I say this man is an entrepreneur, you don't ask and he makes his money. Like, serious, I'm a graduate and I don't work for any government startup. I don't have anything that I like business. A lot of people question, like, how did I make my money? And I used to tell people that I take care of myself because I am an entrepreneur. I go to farms, I do analysis for agricultural production. I can do analysis and come back, and my bank account is credited. So you don't ask a grown-up man or a woman how they make their money. Really want to know how he makes money, then that one is another to go on an error or such. But you don't just say how this person make his dollar, he will come back with dollar and come and campaign with dollar and still come back with dollar. And see how did he make his money? Think that American University can produce that? Very far from him. You have your own analysis and your own reason why you are supporting Peter Obi. And I have my own analysis and reason. And you were saying that if another northerner came from Kano with the same place for me and all that, that everybody will go there. I'm telling you that I'm a Christian northerner. Atiku is a Muslim northerner. There's nothing like religion attached to my sentiment of me and Atiku Abubakar, me liking Atiku Abubakar. No. You were saying that I was talking about his family and all that. I was trying to understanding, understand, because I'm a woman. Maybe I cannot get to understand things the way you are understanding because you are a man. I'm a woman, but me, a woman, I know because I do go things that are senior than me. I was not even by then. I used to go to the homes of men, settle them. I know that any man that has the capacity to call his house is a good man. He has the capacity to call. That is why I bring that avenue. He has children, grown children. They are in Adamas doing their things there. Doing his business for him. Understand? So you don't ask a good man where he made it. You will not be thinking because he did not make it that much. The way he made it. Why did he make it that much? You know, it is God that giveth riches to all men. So please let me not take much of. Know that we are running out of time and all that and all that and all that. People are watching live and all that. Mr. Man, if you have your reason for back Peter Obi, I am not against Peter Obi. If you look at the posts on social media, you get some places I used to talk wow about it. And I said it here that when I found out that he's the only made of Atiku, I said wow to it. So I'm not even against it. But you trying to generalize and trying to say, okay, 10% of the Northerners are on social media. Okay, Hanatu is included. I didn't say that 10% of Nigerian Northerners are on social media. I didn't say you go to Igbo land. You find out that a lot of people. So are you? There are no masses in the Igbo land. There are masses in the Igbo land there. We have masses in Yoruba land. We have masses in Hausa land. There are masses. So people cannot afford the data to use the phone. So people don't even go to see the house. They have 50 phones in their hands, but they cannot operate it. So you don't just say, okay, 10% of people said that a lot of people are not on social media and all that and all that. Trying to please it. No, sir. I really sorry if you or you feel as if I maybe a lot of you don't like people. You understand? So I'm very positive by what you you don't generalize it like serious. You don't generalize. If you have your own personal issue with people that you have done one issue or the other, you do not do it well. You can say that I didn't say I think that you have one thing that people can never be injured. And I will not come out to support somebody that can injure. You get what I mean? So if you have one thing or the other you want to criticize it, you can do that. You can do that. It's only that I'm just telling you my view. If you want to give me to Peter Obi, you have to convince me. Because that's what I'm doing on social media. That the Nigerian police and want to support us. This is what it is. Not
Mrs. Anna, yeah, Mrs. Anna too. Hello, Mrs. Anna too. Hello, Mrs. Sanatu. We are getting a lot of sound from your background. Okay, Mr. Eze, are you there? Hello, Mr. Eze. Okay, we'll be giving opportunity now to Mr. Oraka. It's like Mr. Oraka has something to say. Please, sir, can you say something?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I said earlier on that I was going to bring out my gun blazing, but because I put my gun back, now I'm bringing the guns out. 2 guns, they are going to blaze now. First and foremost, Ms. Hanatu, the very people they go in their dictionary that you are one of the useful tools that is aimed to champion the interests of the core north. And I say that without any regret. Yes. And please, when next time you're bringing me to a show like this, please match me up with someone that measures up to my intellectual disposition. Honestly, exchanging some intellectual debate with Ms. Hanatu is a very huge insult.
The president of this country, in as much as he's alive. When you come to politics,
No. Please allow me talk. When she was talking, you didn't interrupt. When she was talking, you didn't interrupt. When she was talking, you didn't interrupt her. When she was talking, you didn't interrupt her. So allow me talk. You didn't interrupt her when she was talking. You allowed her to talk, and she made slides at me. So I'm going to talk my own unhinged too. My gun is blazing. So allow me, she brought out her guns and she was blazing at me. I will also bring my gun and blaze. One, I will still maintain. She didn't say anything on national issues. She emphasized on Atiku's private life. Atiku's private life has no bearing with national issues. Please tell me what policies Atiku has, what potential policies Atiku is going to bring as a president. What percentages as to national input is going to bring? Tell me percentages. Tell me about comparison about his policies with that of China, USA. Please, bringing myself to discuss with Anatu, exchanging intellectual disposition with Anatu is an insult to me. So I'm going to sign off right now. Thank you very much.
Magnus, I wouldn't want us to end this program like this. And please, I want us to maintain decorum. I want us to maintain self dignity, irrespective of how we've been spoken to on this program. We shouldn't feel offended. We shouldn't feel we are here to. The reason why we are doing this is for the betterment of the place we call home. If not for that, things are not working the way it should be working in Nigeria, I don't think we will be having this time to be talking about this issue of who is going to lead Nigeria. And when the best candidate come out, we see their potentials and we vote for them. Please, I want nobody to pick any offense regarding how you've been spoken to and how you've been addressed on this program. Mr. Raka, I've actually spent out. And please, Mr. Eze. Hello.
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. What? Because we've been having challenges in hearing you. What is your own opinion on today's?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello. The country is the issue of selecting good leaders. We have not had the opportunity to get the right people. And I so much thank God that this time around, the youth, not even the elderly, came up with the mantra of obedience. What is going on in the country? Atiku from PDP is a devil himself. Tinubu has bad record. When you come to corruption, when you talk of corruption, Atiku almost sold this country. Few months given to him by oil, everything sold. He sold them, he sent them to his brothers and sisters. The Ali Burton scandal, fully involved, is the kind of leaders we want to also bring in this dispensation, this 21st century. No. I want to talk of Tinubu. You remember NSAS protest. Whose the killing of NSAS protesters? Was it not Tinubu? How can you vote for someone who killed unarmed citizens who we are protecting for their rights, and the same person is coming back fighting for our vote, and we to vote him again into power? That means if he gets to power, everybody, the blood will be flowing. The same Tinubu brought this problem, this hellish we are going through today. This income that we are passing through today, that seized everything, is the same Tinubu. And you are telling us, was listening to our sister there, telling us that Atiku is the best. Atiku has never been the best, will never be the best. We are looking at a man. I'm not talking because he's from Igbo. I don't discriminate. Even though if comes from the north, and he has such good record. And I for a while I will vote him, because all I want is my people, my children, my brothers and sisters to attend school. I want a place whereby if I come out from my house, I can always walk on the bad road. I want a place where we can have constant light. Look at all of them. When you talk about Tinubu, they stole money and stack in the houses and banks. This morning, my brother want to act. Also, high places, you will find out that these people, they build all these mansions with the money they looted, and nobody is living there. Why not use the same money that you looted? I want to just use it to build these houses for the, so that it will generate income. You build mountains, over 180 mansions. And the cost from the statistics that the on average of 40 million times 480. Think of what I'm saying. These houses, this money could be used to build houses for the poor masses, and when they pay for these houses, when they pay for the land, you use the house to maintain the house. But now they build it, they leave it empty, and they have security there, they have cooks there, ever in the same place, and they getting money, they don't have business, they still loot, they keep looting to maintain these houses, thereby running the economy of this country to mess of growing economy. They don't think of infrastructure, they don't think of education, they don't look at, for instance, Koremadi is in prison somewhere in UK. If a Koremadi have used the money he looted of operation here, because the doctor who is attending to the daughter is from 95. Attending to the daughter, they are all Nigerians. Why not do the same thing? Bring equipment down to this place and let the people come down to this side. That's no reason. Let them come here and for medical checkup. All of them, they destroy the education system. As we strike, the students are at home. Nothing is happening. Their own children are abroad studying. Atiku, our sister is talking. Atiku children, none of them is in Nigeria, because the education system in Nigeria is in shambles. It's nothing to write home about. Everybody going there is just go buy handout. As soon as you buy handout, they write your name, and that is how you pass your exams. And which is not as what you experience from other side of the world. That is why they send their children there, and impoverish us in this place. They impoverish us. They make us understand that with our vote, they start coming to the street, buy corn from people who roast corn, buy orange and all the rest of them, to vote them. You will never see them closer to you any longer. For that 4 years, nothing. That 1,500 you collected from them there, that is what you eat throughout that tenure. And why are we still supporting these criminals? Why are we still supporting these incompetent people? Why are you still supporting these people who are full of, just look at all of them. 80% of our politicians don't have certificates. They don't have certificates scandal. Buhari brought NEPA bill with a picture on it. Now Tinubu is telling us that he doesn't know where he keeps his certificate, and he cannot go back to school where he attended and demand for transcript show to the attender as a legal document. Why are we doing ourselves like this? Why are we so sentimental and tribalistic that we cannot think straight and know the right thing to do the right thing? We are not supporting Obi because Obi is from Igbo. No, I am supporting Obi because Obi has all it takes for now. There is education-wise. In terms of business, Obi manages business. Look at all of them that are vying for seats. Look at all of them have tangible things doing. All of them from poor and they just get power and they become rich overnight. Obi started somewhere. He made his mark from business world. Then tell me where did Atiku made this? Where did Tinubu made this? Politics. They stole people. They stole from the masses. What they were supposed to give to the masses or use to develop the area, they hold it to themselves. And you are still telling us that we should vote for them for what? And support them for what? Have you seen them talk on television? They don't have anything to offer. You see the contest coming from them, you find out they have not, and tell your own.
I think Mr. Eze is still having some technical challenges. Before we call today's program a day,
That is all.
Okay, he's back.
You are forcing.
So before we call today's program a day, Mr. Eze, thank you so much for your contribution. And Mrs. Anatu, thank you so much for coming back. And Mr. Oraka just left not for any reason, but for technical issues. He just sent me a message now that he was having a technical issue. That was why he left. So please, viewers, I want you to stick back, and as we go for this commercial, and when we come back, we'll be hearing one more last word from our viewers, and after then we'll be calling the program a day. Thank you for staying tuned, viewers. This is Insightful Solution plus Reliable Life. All we're clamoring for is a reliable life, and whatever means we're going to take to get there is what we're going to do as citizens. Now a lot of things are happening, and to me, I believe the problem of Nigeria has to do with the union of Nigeria, because you can't just come and build a skyscraper on a 2-bedroom foundation. The foundation of Nigeria is faulty, and my opinion, and I think it is better every Nigerian listen to me and understand the basics that the only thing that will fix Nigeria is for us to come back to that unity agreement that has failed. That has failed a long time ago. We have to look into that agreement again, whereby all these regions will come out and bring their own constitution on how we can manage Nigeria through a referendum by self-determination. You understand? And there is only one China. There's only one way that has given Nigerians the opportunity to handle this problem, this long-lasting problem. Because if we think that any of all these candidates that we are parabolating with now is going to help Nigeria, this program is still on. We're still going to come here and deliberate on this issue when that time comes, because the insecurity challenges is not going to go. The issue of people thinking the country belongs to them and others are born to serve and they are the masters to ride the horses will not end except we come together and agree. I live here in a foreign country, and every region has their own policing and all of that. So Nigeria has to adopt the system that is working for other nations to be able to function as a country. So the only channel to go about this thing, there is no other place than the Nigeria Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination. NINAS is giving all Nigerians a platform. Be you supporting Obedient, be you supporting Articulation, be you supporting Jagaban, you have the right to support who you want to support. But trust me, these people cannot take the country to the level we are thinking about, to the level whereby we're going to tackle insecurity, poverty, and this ethnic cleansing that is happening. The Christians are in big problem in Nigeria. If we don't know, the Christians are in big problem. The Christians are in big trouble in Nigeria. We saw how Jagaban went and endorsed himself as a bishop. We all are seeing how the system of Nigeria is heading towards. And if we don't take proper precaution, it's going to consume every Nigerian. And before we get consumed, there is only one thing we can do to ensure that this problem is solved once and for all. And the only way we can go about this, there is a platform, which is the Nigeria Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS. You can Google NINAS, you can browse on NINAS on www.ninasvoice.org. And Mr. Eze, I don't know if you have any one word to say to our viewers and our listeners before we call to the program a day.
What I was saying before, a sister should, as a matter of fact, change her mind and follow the trend. I am not saying that P2P is a saint, but what I'm saying is we need to change our mindset. We change the way we do things. If we can't do the same thing every time and expecting a different thing, it's impossible. We need to make a change, and that change must be towards a positive side. We have to choose the positive side of the change. The mantra, the APC, the so-called incompetent government that is in power, mantra change, and that mantra of change have run us into mess. The insecurity that we used to have before in the night, when all around like when you go to Owerri, get to Owerri in the night. Owerri is a tourist center. Every Wednesday, if you call Owerri, any hotel in Owerri by Wednesday is booked. But now I'm telling you, even in all the places, even in Abuja, nobody is safer again. Look at as secure as Abuja used to be. Now terrorists have invaded Abuja and they are there. They are all nook and crannies of this country. And how do we savage it? One, I like the way my brother just came up with something, and I give kudos to him. Now I want to digress more to tell you about. Let us remember referendum. I think that would be the best, because at this point, ethnicity and give have settled us. It have made us we are apart. I would not like to. There is nothing like on Nigeria. When you go to the north, this is what they want, and that is what they believe in. And you have Sharia in the north, somewhere. But this is a country, this one country. And how can you have parallel constitution in a country, secretary you call a secular country, and you are having parallel constitution. This what you have a different constitution. You come to this house, you have a different constitution. Even at that point, when you commit a crime as an ordinary man, you pay for it. But the politician, the elite, they loot all the treasury and they go free. At worst, they go for what we call plea bargain, and that is that they are free. They let them off the hook, and they are gone with the money, everything they stole. And in same nation, this can happen. We also we do travel, we go out, we see people that Nigeria is not the same, can never be the same as it.
We lost Mr. Easy there from the sound. I think he's having a technical issue. Please, viewers, thank you so much for staying tuned and watching Insightful Solution plus Reliable Life. And we'll be coming back same time, same station, another day, where we'll be interviewing some guests also to hear their opinion, because we are on the street of Nigeria. We're taking it back home. The interviews are going to be from the people, because the people need to understand the basis of what they are trending on, what they are supporting. If what they are supporting is something that is going to bring a long-lasting solution and to the long-lasting problem that is before them, we are here to educate them. We are not taking it politely anymore by interviewing people outside the nation. No, we want to hear from the voice of the people that are in Nigeria. So we're going live on the street and interviewing every citizen of Nigeria, and also educating them on the danger ahead of them if they go towards the 2023 election. There is a danger ahead. There is a conquest that is going on. There is a Fulani agenda to turn Nigeria into an Islamic state, and we all saw what the All Progressive Congress or the moves they are making. It is not a coincidence that Ahmed Bola Tinubu went to pick an Islamic candidate as a running mate. It is not a coincidence. And you and I could attest to this, that Nigeria is not a country that could run a free and fair election. So the obedient people, the articulation people, and the Jagaban people should understand that, like, we understand that you guys are trying to see how you could bring in your candidate that will help Nigeria, but what the solution Nigeria needs now is not an election that is going to bring the solution. The only solution that will help Nigeria is a binding multi-regional referendum, whereby opportunity will be given to every region to participate as a nation. Because if this does not happen, trust me, the crisis, the killings, and the ethnic cleansing that is about to happen in Nigeria, because Taliban or Afghanistan is loading, if we are not paying attention to the drum of instrument that is playing. Because all these things that is happening now, Tinubu went to fake himself as a bishop, hiring bishops to come and intercede for Christians. Listen, all these things are not coincidence. All these things have been structured right from IBB. Nigeria, they paid a huge sum of about $30 billion for Nigeria to be an Islamic state, which we all know that currently Lagos State has now implemented Sharia law into their House of Assembly. So definitely, you see, they are conquering the state one after the other, and now Nigeria has a 13-state Sharia. Now, 13 states that are practicing Sharia. So we are sounding this and we're making it clear to all Nigerians, not even because there are some Muslims that are not in support of this, their conquest. And we are sounding it out loud and clear to every Christians out there. I will be dropping a clip where the bishop from one of the northerners region was so angry that Tinubu went to fake himself as a bishop, and he was indicating on a particular man that was not a colleague, I would call it. He was running errands for him, but he portrayed himself as a bishop. So all of these things that are happening, we are sounding it clear to Nigeria. There is a conquest agenda that is about to unveil, that is already on ground. Their structure and everything has been there already. And if Nigeria go through another round of election, trust me, it is finished. The only way we can go about this, Babalola, the most senior Anthony legal practitioner in Nigeria, came out and said they should set up an interim government that will take Nigeria through the transitional process of a binding multi-regional referendum, because we need this. If we don't, the unitary system that has been broken for a very long time, if Peter Obi gets into power, it's going to swear to that caliphate constitution. And that constitution that is a fraudulent constitution is what is going to swear to. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan has said it, that he's going to go there and amend the constitution. What happened? They warned him. It did nothing. Because if we are thinking we're going to get that change, we are clamoring for. If Peter Obi come, if Atiku come, if Tinubu come, we are dancing around the circle, and there is a death awaiting Nigerians. That is my take, and that is my advice for every Nigerian. I don't know if you have anything you want to say more, Mr. Eze, before we call it a day. Are you there? Okay, I think we lost Mr. Eze. Thank you, viewers, for staying tuned. Thank you for watching today's episode of Insightful Solution and Reliable Life. We'll be joining you guys tomorrow. Whenever our guests are ready, we'll bring them live here and interview them and hear their opinion and also educate them. Please, if you are looking for where to get solution to the problem of Nigeria, kindly visit www.ninasvoice.org and get all the information that you need from there. And you'll be getting the solution and the way forward on how we could get a reliable life in a place we call home, our indigenous territory, our homeland. Please, viewers, stay tuned. And if you're coming across this video, please do us a favor, drop your comment, and please share and like. See you again in our next program. Stay tuned, and God bless you. Bye for now.
In the invasion, they're not stopping in their attempt to conquer us by the invasion. They also have another plan B. We talked about plan A, plan B, and plan C, in which the election is plan C. The election is playing two roles: to keep the South and Middle Belt busy, talking about who will govern, whereas the invasion is continuing.